Hey guys, so just got back from the gym and everything kind of went kind of good. As I'm like I said, I'm not really a fan of the front squats, but I also really don't know how to do them properly either. So today was just kind of practice because for me, I feel like I get better effectiveness out of the front squat or the back squats, just overall. But I kind of just noticed a little bit that my hip was hurting a little bit, so I just kind of kept it on the light side because I would rather just do it right than pack on a bunch of weight. um, but I mean, I think I did overall, pretty good, pretty well. For me, I think it's about just building the solid foundation first before anything gets heavier. So I kind of use the mentality that you really can't try to put a mountain on a stack of pancakes because it's just gonna crush. So I really need to work on that foundation with the legs and just get that proper form down. um, and I tend to sometimes find it better to just have no shoes on at all because I get way better stability and my feet are flat. That could also be the issue too. So I'm gonna try to address that and maybe switch it up a little bit to kind of see what is going on. But like I said too, this is some things that you guys could also do too because it's what I do. Although I didn't really have the time to do the video, but I'm definitely going to make more on that. But like I'll usually get up. Sometimes I'll just have garlic straight up in the morning. I'll do garlic with the turmeric, because I know I throw a lot of medical things in here too, and like I always say, I'm not a doctor, but I have done a lot of research, and sometimes there's a lot of natural things that can heal things, and there's a lot of natural healing that our body does because our body naturally heals itself. Just like your pancreas and your liver. The liver is the only organ in your body that can regrow and can regenerate. So, and I found that if you guys take dandelion with lemons and water, that will actually help clean out the liver. Also with the wheatgrass. So the wheatgrass will really help too with the water, and I can't emphasize this enough, is the sugar. Too much sugar, the junk, the donuts, that will destroy your liver. I've gotten quite a few family members that, they had non-alcoholic sclerosis of the liver because of it, because of constant just eating junk and pancakes and cookies over time, of course. Just want to throw that out there, especially if you guys take pre-workouts and things like that. Like I said, some people agree with fasting, some people don't. As I do it because I know that it works. Of course it works for me. So that's definitely something you guys could check out, as well. Because like I said in my channel, I'm not trying to put on a bunch of muscle. I'm trying to keep my body weight around 155, 160 of pure muscle, but just increase the strength. So these are just things that I want to put out there too, along with training, things that I've found out. And there's also another supplement you could try, and it's called chlorella, and that you could get anywhere. I usually go to Fresh Time or Better Health to get that, so I'll definitely make a video on that as well. That will clean out all the toxins and the metals and things out of your body. So if you use the microwave, that puts radiation on your food. That will clean out all the metals and things like that out of your body, especially when you're fasting, because it produces stem cell production. And the bone marrow, I'm going to put that, I'm going to try to put the link down below. I just have to figure out how to, but if not, I'll make a video on this. But I'll take the, it's called Ancestral grass-fed bone and marrow. So a lot of things that I found out too, and this has really helped me because my bones and my joints were hurting, and I also found out too, just from doing a lot of research, that like sugar, the refined sugar, like just all the junk sugar, it damages the cells inside the bone marrow, and it damages your joints over time, and eventually sometimes that leads to arthritis because it eats away at your joints over time. So there's two different types of bone marrow. I think I have this right here because I did this research. This is fascinating. So there's red bone marrow and there's yellow bone marrow. The red bone marrow that's in your bone is the one that produces the red blood cells and the white blood cells, and that helps, to fight all the infections and things like that. So that it controls your CNS, it controls all the white blood cells and the red blood cells, because that's what you need to fight off infections. So, so for me, especially with having vitiligo, obviously if I'm having a lot of sugar, it's depleting that and it destroys the cells. And of course, that's anybody, it destroys your cells over time. So sugar destroys your cells, it destroys your white blood cells, your red blood cells, and then over time your immune system can't work because your CNS has to, your central nervous system, is in overdrive. So now the yellow bone marrow is the one that keeps all the fats, the cholesterol, all the lipids and things like that in it. So I found that if I took the bone marrow, now the bone marrow really helps. Like I said, you guys can check that out. I'll re-say it. It's ancestral bone marrow, bone and marrow, and you can get grass-fed. It's bone marrow also. That will really help. It not only does, like I said, it rebuilds the bone because it has the bovine, or you could just get hydrolyzed bovine too, but it strengthens the bone, but it also strengthens the stem cells in your bone, in the blood in your bone. So that's really important, and I think it's mandatory sometimes, especially for us that are 35, 40 and up. It really builds that bone, and for maximum strength, I would definitely check out Ancient Nutrition is the brand name, and it is the hydrolyzed bovine, and that will help rebuild your bone and helps with the lubrication of the joints and strengthens the collagen around the joints. So that's really helpful. I tend to do that and take that. I'll take one serving sometimes on the days that I work out. Like, I don't overdo it. I might take, like 3 pills of the bone marrow maybe once a week, because I don't overdo it, just, maybe once a week. And of course, if I know it's going to be like a cheat day, somebody asks me, what do I do on a cheat day? Do I have sugar? Do I have sweets? Of course. And I can't say I've never had sweets. No, I might have like a brownie, or I might go for like, sometimes, maybe I try to go like once a month to like Dairy Queen or something, but when I do, I'll fast for 18 to 20 hours after that, just to clean out all the sugar from the liver. And of course, I take the turmeric. A lot of the things I do, I counter it. So if I take, for instance, if you're having like, especially if you have blood sugar problems, this is what I would do. And this is just coming from me, from just my knowledge and from my research, as I'm not a doctor. So I will say that again, is that, and this has worked on my wife. It has worked on myself. And we had, high blood sugar. It was like 160, 170, because we decided to go to Dairy Queen one day. And now if you take the turmeric with 2 cloves of garlic, ginger, take some cold pressed olive oil or cold pressed avocado oil, and then what you want to do is take black pepper and put it in there, because that will absorb the turmeric and it makes it stronger. So it helps your body absorb it. So you want to make sure you put maybe like a couple pinches of black pepper in there, and that will really help. And the cayenne pepper. The cayenne pepper is like one of the mandated ones that I have to put down. Like, that is mandatory to put that in there. Of course, if you're not one that can, handle hot stuff, then no. But if you can, it really works. Like, my blood sugar went down all the way down to like 120 within like a half hour of taking it. And the wheatgrass helps also. I'm trying to think of other things. I do so much research on things, but yeah. But other than that, I know I'm trying not to go off subject here, but I also throw in a lot of things that can, that could help. So, some people might get something out of it. Some people don't, but, the purpose of my channel is to, to gain strength, at my body weight, and hopefully to be able to get twice as much body weight benched and squatted and deadlifted, and show that it can be done. So I'm gonna hopefully try, as it's gonna be a long journey. So definitely just thanks for anybody who is watching that that is getting anything out of this. So but I'll just keep the videos coming and go from there. Something else I want to add into is electrolytes. Now, I do natural electrolyte drinks. So what I do is I'll do a lemon and a lime. I'll take them, crush them, put them in water. I'll use Celtic sea salt, because that actually has, not only the minerals, but has a trace minerals in it. And I might put a little bit of monk fruit in there too, just to kind of sweeten it, because the monk fruit or the erythritol, the natural organic, not the synthetic kind, will it won't spike your blood sugar. So like I'll usually do that, because the lemon and the lime, it also cleanses out the liver, and it's good for the urinary tract also, and your kidneys. The kidneys are a really important thing, and if you throw nettle leaf in there, there's a nettle leaf powder you can get. It will actually dissolve kidney stones, so check that out. It's called nettle leaf powder, the organic kind, which you can get that just from any like health food store or Amazon or whatever. But yeah, definitely check that out. Especially if you have kidney problems and things like that, it's really good for that. Kale is good for the kidney. Spinach is good for the kidney. So definitely the lemons and the limes, just cleaning up and filtering out those kidneys. It really helps tremendously. So definitely check that out, because not only does it help clean out the kidneys, like I said, it helps if you have any stones or gallstones. It helps dissolve those, so they're really not even passable. It pretty much almost dissolves them. I mean, if you take it with a lemon and a lime, I would do like a lemon, a lime with some water, and then maybe throw like a tablespoon or two, depending on the nettle leaf powder. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get it moving here. Just got to head to work, so I'm going to get this camera off, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Stay strong, and until tomorrow.